Hello everyone and welcome in. My name is Yolanda Roos. This is my channel of facilitated light, well-being, and an overall awareness to help us through trials, tribulations, things we need to know. I'm a reader of energy, so I'm not a fortune teller. Yes, I can read the cards, but my mission on this earth is to heal people and help them. We have been out for about a week or so. I apologize. I try to come on at least every couple days or whatever, and my husband got sick, so I think I was feeling his energy. So the channel is designed to reach you when it's supposed to. I read for the collective, that's everybody. The energy is affecting everybody, and then there's also like horoscopes and different things that will be different things. So the energy in general, I ask the universe, God, spirit, source, whatever you believe in, what is going to be affecting or a message that you need me to bring. So that is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be going through some oracle cards. Like I said, I was dealing with a little bit of low energy. My husband was sick with an infection. I live in the northern part of New York, which is called the North Country, and we got hit with cold. Not as much snow as some of the lower places, but it kind of was like a like that was the energy. I'm glad to be doing better. My husband's on antibiotics and he's doing better. So maybe you were dealing with some down energy. There was a lot of people going through a lot of different things that I was talking to. Nothing that would like destroy you, but just like make you tired. The energy also is affected because the Schumann resonance has been very high, and there's been solar flares that have been coming through our atmosphere and hitting us, so that will tire us. It's like being in the sun all day without being in the sun. So that is going to affect you if you've been a little tired. We have some ascension stuff going on, people moving into higher timelines, not leaving the universe or anything. It's just you're going to start vibrating at a higher vibration. You're going to start moving away from the things that don't serve you, and putting yourself on a new timeline is not like time jumping. It's how you look at life, what you're pursuing, what you're doing, the energy you're putting into things. Are you focusing on the bad, the negative, and the ugly? Or are you focusing on the things that you want to fix, change, or grow in your life? Are you focusing on yourself or everything external? As you focus more on yourself, it is not selfish. It is it's healing. You have to take care of yourself or you can't be there for someone else. And as you start thinking about yourself, your well-being, your true authenticity, that you're living a life that's good for you, that's growing you. You're feeding yourself good food. You are concerned about your body, your well-being, your mental health, your things that make you who you are. That is going to lift your vibration, because as we address the problems, as we get through the trials, the tribulations, the past traumas, we actually start moving into a higher frequency, because we're dealing with our stress, our shadow work, our things that have hindered us, hurt us, might have been a blockage, things of that nature. So today's message is going to be a message for the collective. This is either with you directly or someone you're dealing with, and it's having an impact on your life. So we're going to read a bunch of oracle cards. We're going to see what the message is, what's coming through, if there seems to be a pattern. And like I said, we'll be back to doing our videos on a regular basis. I explained to my aunt, and she's probably going to watch this. Hi, Auntie. When I read my cards, because I read energy, I don't know where the plane is, I don't know what it is, but if I read and I'm tired, it makes me more tired. So if I'm dealing with a low energy and there's sickness around and stuff like that, I try to step back just so you can understand. If you don't see me, it's probably because either my life is totally crazy, which isn't usually the case. It's because my energy levels are low and I can't read as accurate, or I don't want to make myself sick. So with that being said, we're going to go into your reading. Thank you for joining me. If you're new, thank you for stopping in. This is a non-judgmental, never pointing the fingers. If I say something and it triggers you, it's because there's something in you that maybe you don't want to acknowledge or you don't want to change. I am just a messenger. I bring messages in. If you are joining me again, welcome back. I'm glad that you're here. I hope that these messages and these little tidbits are helping you and giving you guidance or giving you inspiration to be the best version of who you are. That's what I want. My channel, if you get clicks and you come, okay, and that's great. If you want to subscribe, it'll let you know when the channel is going to be putting another video. But my videos are designed to come to you exactly when you need them. So you might only need me once. You might need me every day. You might, you know, the videos were designed to be able to help when the time was needed. So if you're watching this, if you were drawn to it, there's probably something in here for you. All right, first card's out. This is from the C deck. Let's just see. Accept. Your first one is, may you receive what is as it comes. Yeah, just like I said, this is, things are going to be presented to you. Things are going to be made aware. Things are going to be said that could be an aha moment, or I'm not like that, and you live in denial. If somebody says something to you and they say it nicely, because there's times when you can be a little snarky when we tell people things because they've upset us or they've done something. But if someone is genuinely saying something to you, they're concerned about you, and it's genuine concern, not caring concern, not being a jerk, but like, it's not like I told you so, or why are you doing that? You know, there has to be a gentleness, like, listen, I'm really concerned. There's something you're doing. Do you realize? Or I'm concerned this could be a problem later. So if those type of messages are coming in, or your life has changed, you might be getting older. You might not be able to do as much. You might not be able to live the life that you used to live. And there's a time, and the time seems to be now, that we accept it. Instead of making ourselves more upset, I'm making a motion in my life to be counting down to spring instead of, oh my gosh, there's still 12 weeks left of winter. I'm so depressed. I'm so upset, blah, blah, blah. It's, oh, there's 12 weeks until the sun's going to shine more. There's 12 weeks until, and each week I'm like, okay, there's 10 weeks. I started at 16 because I am going to a wedding for my son. Sorry, I gotta get comfortable. And he is in California, and I'm super excited. So I decided winter is kind of hard for me. I don't know if you deal with it, but I get seasonal blues. I get depressed a little bit. I get a little low energy because I'm not a snow baby. I avoid the outside like a freaking plague. And if it's not sunny in my car, like when it's sunny, I'll be like, I open my sunroof, like it's glass, I can pull it open, because I just don't do cold. Plain and simple. So I get a little lack from the sun. So I decided, instead of being upset, I couldn't change that there's winter. I'm not moving. This is the idea. I'm not moving. My job is, it's not terrible. It's a job. It's good. It pays the bills. So I started making a change in how I looked at things. Okay, this is my job right now. It's winter. It's cold, but you know what? I can put clothes on. I can do my artwork. I'm being very creative, creating new art. I know it's not going to stay forever, so you know what? I'm just going to make the best of it and accept that right now, this is where I live. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing. And you know what? It's okay. I'll survive, because something else is coming in. We have spring, we have summer, you know, maybe job changes, maybe the weather will be nice, I can get outside and I won't be as depressed. I have something I'm looking forward to. I'm going to be going on my trip. So find something in your life if you're struggling with accepting where you are. Looking at all the positive things instead of focusing on negative or you don't want it. Focus on what you do want, and as you focus and are thankful for the things that are in your life, you will start to pull in things that will grow you and make you happy, and you might pull some of those things in that you want. Your other message is imagine. Okay, this is great. So it says, may you look beyond what can be seen. So these two are kind of like I want you to look at them together. If you are accepting where you are, but you're imagining where you want to be, or you're imagining something good, or you let your imagination like take charge. Sometimes your imagination can open up prospects, they can open up ideas, they can stimulate you to maybe get on a rabbit trail and look for something. And you know, a rabbit trail isn't always bad. A rabbit trail is like, not curiosity killed the cat, it's like curiosity to learn something new, to maybe understand something. I just went on and did a YouTube trail to find artwork. Well, I found a new technique, so I tried a new technique. And then I was watching a lady, and she does, excuse me, my nose is running. She does ink blots. Well, I made it my own. I did ink blots, and then I added artwork to it, and then I did it with acrylics, and so that was cool. My new thing on a trail is Tartia or Tartiana. It's it was over in Russia. There's a society. If you get a chance to look it up, I'll see what's going on. There's like a missing chunk of a people that lived there, and somehow they changed their names, they changed things. There's like gaps and weird things, and this has been coming up on my feed. Now, I use YouTube. I don't know if you could do this, but when I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at, or I don't know what's happening, I'll just put my hand on my phone and I'll say, okay, what do I need to be looking at? Because I'm a little lost. I don't know what to ask. I don't know, you know, what do I need to hear? What do I need to know? Now, this thing came up. And I think what it is sometimes there's things that are missing in our past. There's things that are missing that maybe we didn't document, or we didn't notice, or we didn't. So maybe there's something within our lives that we need to accept where we are and maybe understand. So looking at lineage, looking at something from your past, looking at something that maybe you used to do, and now you might want to do it again. Learning about something new, something that somebody else has picked up and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know, it's winter here. I live in the northern hemisphere. So if you're in winter, find things to keep yourself busy. Be open to the fact that it's winter, we just have to deal with it. Nothing we can do about it. And if you're not planning on moving, it's going to be winter every year, okay? So find a way to imagine something better, to be in a better state of mind. That seems to be the message. Reflect. May you discern and distill. And I think that is too. Looking at your life. Now, if it's quiet in your life, that's not bad, because sometimes we need quiet reflection. So what I'm hearing is like, take the time to reflect while it's quiet. What worked? What didn't work? What I need to adjust? Am I focusing too much on that? Am I not focusing on this? Is there something maybe I want to do? Is there something I'm not seeing? Am I too busy? Am I too quiet? Do I need to move? Do I need to sit still a little bit more? Maybe find some new things to do. Okay, so that's some messages for some people. So what message do you have for the collective? This is the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle. Let's see, we got a card here. Your true tribe can't show up until you do. How can you show more of the real you? Yep, time for authenticity, people. And it's not a bad thing. It's time to be you. You cannot pull your tribe in until you start living authentic in your life. That means the things you do, the things you like, how you act, how you respond, maybe how you dress, maybe how you interact with the world, the things that you're interested in, instead of hiding who you are. Now, I know that the world can be harsh, okay? But you need to live the life that's for you, because you are unique and special and created by the source to live a specific purposed life, not somebody else's life. And when you start living in your trueness of who you are, what you want, what you're striving for, what you believe in, and those people that are like, they might look at you and be like, oh, she's losing her mind. What is wrong with her? It's okay, because the new people that will support you and love you, my aunt and I just talked about this, the people that are supposed to be in your life, the ones that are going to understand you, they're going to lift you up, they're going to grow you, they're going to be new support systems, whatever, or companionship. You can't find them until you start being and resonating who you are. And you're going to know if this is for you. When you act the way other people think you should act, you can find some happiness. But until you embrace who you are, what you want, who you love, what you desire, and you're honest about it, you're not going to find happiness. You're going to be okay. But I'm sorry, this life is meant to be lived. So who wants to just be okay? We want to be happy. We want to have joy. I've decided that I want to focus on my life, and I'm focusing on joy. I'm focusing on removing the things that don't serve me, dealing with the things that have hurt me, shadow work, and finding ways to bring joy and happiness and peace and contentment in my life. I don't need to be rich, but I don't do good as a poor person. Just saying. I like to shop. I like to do things. I'm not extravagant, but I just don't do well. Like, people say, oh, I don't need a lot. Well, I don't need a lot, but I do need some. That is me. I like to travel. I like to create. And all the things I like to do, they need money. They don't. You don't need to be rich, but I do need to have money. So, and I think I would get a little bored if I just sat at home all the time. Listen, I love my husband a lot, but like, I need a little interaction outside. Him, he's like a caveman. He don't need no interaction. So I'm enough for him. But he goes bowling, so he does get out of the house. Your first card out, patience. Know that what you're working toward is not going to unfold tomorrow. Because this is a year, 2026 is the year of planting the seeds and then allowing them to cultivate, grow, and process so that 2027 can bring about the fruits. So this is a year of setting yourself up, moving into the new era, figuring out who you are. What do you really want? This year ahead of you is not going to be like, I don't think it's going to be astronomical, but it's going to be the stepping stone to get you to the life that you want. But you have to sit still, or you have to, I mean, some of us know, like, I know what I want. I'm working toward it, and I'm realizing, or I'm not feeling ashamed, guilty. That's all low vibe. Don't feel guilty. You feel what you feel, and you just embrace it, okay? They'll deal with it. You need to be living something that makes you happy. Your other card is potential. So you've got patience with potential. So it's saying there's potential in your life. There's things that are going to unfold, but you just need to be patient. It's not a fast-moving energy year. It is a slow-moving energy year. And that's what I've already talked about. So it's just, take your time, figure out what you want. You don't have to rush. If you're in a job, okay, you might be at that job. You might need that job to be the stepping stone or the springboard to bring you to the next place. Or if you realize the job you're in that you don't like, well, where do you want to go? It might take time. You might have to go to school. You might have to save up some money. You might have to find a new job. Now, you keep your job. That's the smart way until you get the new job. And you might have to do a little legwork. I'm going to try to open my shop. I was talking to my aunt yesterday, and I'm doing my shop, but I have another opportunity that might be coming up. So I am allowing myself to be flexible and be patient and allow this year. I don't want to say I'm kind of taking my hands off the wheel, because I am still controlling things, but I'm allowing things to unfold and present themselves so that I can just, instead of trying to be controlling, I'm a control freak. I admit it. That's a part of me. I want to be in control, and not like control you. I want to be in control of my life. And sometimes Source is like, you gonna let me help you? And I'm like, oh no, but I want it this way, and I want it that way, and I want to go here. If you can understand, we're attached to what we want. But the universe sometimes is saying, Lonnie, I have this for you because I know you. I'm connected to you. The monad, the higher energy source, you have it in you. That's why they call you God. It's not that you're saying, oh, I'm God and I'm above everybody and I don't need forgiveness. No, it's the innate understanding that God is there is because you have the spark of Him in you. That's why you're alive. You come from a live, beautiful source of light, energy, entity. I don't know. It's source. It's just the creation of all things. So you have that within you. Allow it to help you. When you listen, it's not sacrificing what you want, but sometimes you get programmed. You get told what's good. You get told what you should be doing, and you lose that spark because you just become a robot. We get programmed in this society to just do what everybody else is doing. And like me, I always say, like, I don't want to look like anybody else. I want to look like me. Now, I look like my work job today because that's what I got my uniform. But like on the outside, when I go out, I don't want to be somebody else. I want to be unique. And when I walk through my life, I let the source take me where I'm supposed to be. I don't hold jobs for years and years and years and years. I go right where I'm supposed to. I'm a healer. I'm a practitioner of bringing in white light and good vibes and energy. It doesn't mean your life's perfect. There's shadow work, there's things. But my goal is to help people. So I have to be flexible. I may want that job or I might want that stability, but if God / the universe wants me to be somewhere because they know that I have something within me that somebody else can use, grow, or get something from, I need to be open to it. Because when you help others, when you try to be an inspiration, a helping hand without ever wanting anything back, you just really want to help somebody, when that goes out, it's such a positive, beautiful, powerful energy that's backed by the source of light and well-being. When it helps somebody, you get blessed from the energy that comes back. Because remember, whatever you put out comes back tenfold. So if you're putting out good energy, you're going to receive it back. And that's not why you do it. It's just that I always tell people, be careful, because I get mad and I have to be like, nope, you need to be careful, Lonnie, because what you're sending out, or if you get upset, it could come back and it could be detrimental or hurt your life. And sometimes we just respond. So in your walk, I want you to be patient. I want you to be understanding. There may be things you need to go through. There may be things you need to learn. There may be things that have to be experienced to give you the perspective to either help yourself or somebody else. So that's for somebody. Delight. Yes, beautiful things are going to be coming in this year. I'm excited for this year to come because I feel like it's a change of perspective, and it's actually a time where change can be a little catastrophic and scary. Do not be scared. Do not be scared, because if you believe that God, the universe, will take care of you, you will be taken care of. You just have to trust. And sometimes it's not the way we think. You'll get really upset or really scared, or try not to do that. Just know that it's all going to work out. You just need to keep going. And your next card is relaxation. If you've been going and going and going and going, it is a call to relax. It is winter. It is time to recuperate. It is time to take care of your body, to heal yourself, to grow yourself, and become okay. All right? Because we've been through a lot of things. Our system and our energies have been going through some upgrades, some changes, some effects from all our 5 and 6G. 6G is coming in, and it's meant to teach AI and to make it move faster. But with the higher Gs, you get smaller wavelengths, and those wavelengths start to penetrate and go through your body. They can go through, they can leave residue, they can create cancer, different things. It's not that you're going to die. Just know, though, your body's going to be going through more. With that many more waves and interconnectedness of the internet, the radiation, the resonance, I believe that the resonance is also increasing because we are creating so much from our own world with electricity, 3G, and all these towers, and we are receiving so much solar energy. It's no wonder that the earth is trying to balance out that energy. The energy from the earth, the Schumann resonance, is the heartbeat of the earth. And that resonance is the energy that they call, like the people that hug the trees, they call them the tree huggers. They're receiving. If you stand on the ground with your bare feet, you're receiving the energy that's healing from the earth, because the energy from the earth, if you haven't been on, I've said this before, so it's not a repeat, it's just to help if you're new. The earth gives off negative ions, electricity, and non-living things give off positive ions. So when you use your phones and by your electricity, the towers are coming, you absorb these positive ions, and then it becomes imbalanced, becomes over. That's why if you live in the city, there's always parks and places you can go with living things. Or if you're a shut-in and you don't get out, you should have an animal or something alive, or people coming to see you. When live things or the earth connects with you, they give you the negative ions. A plus and a negative makes a 0. So if that's resonating, if you're feeling a little overwhelmed, a little stressed, grab your dog, grab your sweetheart, your child, you know, touch your plants, whatever. We've talked about this before. It will help you. If you live in a house and you feel like the energy's a little stale or whatever, buy a couple plants. Buy something you can't kill if you're not a good plant person. But plants have a beautiful self-signature frequency that they send out. They don't just clean the air. They are living, beautiful pieces of earth that you can put in dirt and put in your house, and they send out those beautiful frequencies. Yes, I'm like a tree hugger. But I love my plants. I surround my house and it cleans the air, and it just, plants to me, they make me feel alive. Because when it's cold and yucky outside, I have these big, beautiful green plants in front of me, and it makes me to be like, oh, it's okay, things are still growing, you know. It might be mental, but the plants physically and scientifically give out a frequency, and they clean the air, and they make you feel better. Rant over. All right, your card from our next deck is Manta Rays or Manta Rays. They're so pretty. They look kind of weird when you see them dried up. They look like little alien creatures. I saw them from the bottom. They look kind of weird. I saw them in Tampa, and I think I saw them, oh no, they weren't in Biscayne. When I went down on my Florida trip, like not last year, but the year before, they're really cool. You can like touch them and pet them. Find serenity in graceful movement and let life's currents carry you to the new heights. Yes, this is saying you need to be, so this is the repeat. You need to be patient. You need to be relaxing, knowing that the universe is unfolding something for you. It's not here. It's unfolding. It is not like, bam, there you go. You're going to be doing this, this, and that. No, it's like, okay, we're going to give you this. And now this is going to open. Oh, wait, and this is coming. Oh, we want you to do this. And next year, we're going to open up this door because you experienced this or whatever. It's slow, peaceful movement. It is not fast. And that's what keeps coming up in when I do my readings. It is a slow, getting yourself ready energy. Beyond my mind, I am consciousness in human form. So your mind is powerful. You're creating your life as you think. So like what I said, think on positive things, because when you're thinking on negative things or you're worried about things, you are pulling that energy to you, or your brain's like a radar. It's like a beacon, and whatever you're thinking on or whatever you're focusing on, your mind is powerful. You're all connected ethereally to each other. That's the consciousness. That's collective consciousness. We all are energetically connected because we're on a grid within our earth, which then we are connected to, and we all have group consciousness. Okay, so what you think on is generated around, and then the universe brings it in, or whether it's good or bad. So if you, like I always say, if you don't want to talk to so-and-so, and if you say, I don't want to talk to so-and-so, I don't want to talk to so-and-so, I don't want to talk to them, you know who's going to call? So-and-so. You're going to hear from them, see them, because you are, unfortunately, you don't realize it, you're pulling them into your aura. You're pulling them into your world. The universe doesn't know, like, I like this person, I don't like this person. It just says, oh, they're thinking about this person. They must want this person because it's your frequency. They're not talking to you. They're picking up frequency. So remember, stinking thinking will bring you stinking things. But if you're thinking on positive, or you're trying to be optimistic, you're going to bring optimistic things in. You're going to bring good stuff in. I hear, speak, and express my truth. More authenticity. When somebody asks you how you feel about something, be honest. No, I don't really agree with that. Or, yeah, I'm on board with you there. But you need to be honest. You need to speak your truth. You need to speak up, because there might be someone that's just trying to test you. And they think that it's not cool either, but they don't know. They kind of like, oh, I don't know, so-and-so. They'll just kind of say, oh, I don't know. What do you think? And you might be where someone says, oh, you think that way too? That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure if it was just me, like if I was crazy, you know. And plus, you can't be authentic if you're not telling people how you feel. I mean, you don't have to shove your opinion down someone's face. Don't get me wrong. But you don't need to agree if you don't agree. You don't need to participate if it's not your thing. And that's why I said we change. So if you change and you're like, no, it's not really resonating, thank you for the invite, but yeah, that's not really my cup of tea. But you know, I'm going to be doing this if you want to join me sometime. Or that person might fall away, but then as you start going and doing the things that make you happy, the things that resonate, the things that you need, you're going to run into and create new connections with new people that might be more where you are at. You've got Anomaly. Now this one is a newer deck, so I'm just going to look up and see. An anomaly is usually, I'm thinking something that's like not normal. Let's see, like it's anomaly is like that random thing. That's what I'm thinking. My mind isn't always good. And it's getting later now. It's getting dark. I'm glad I put my light on. All right. In a sea of black crows, the one that grabs our attention is the rare melanin lacking one. Something is going to appear, and it will be hard not to notice or avoid it. So the anomaly is going to be like a synchronicity or something that you pick up or you see. So something's coming in for you that you're going to see. And it could be just for you. There could be something that the universe is sending just for you. It's strikingly clear that what you encounter will be abnormally good or perhaps abnormally bad. Remember, it's different. That's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking. Either way, it will stand out in some way. Anomaly may appear if you are contemplating an event within a relationship. You may find yourself questioning if someone's behavior, good or bad, serves as an indication of who they truly are, or if the situation was a rare event and out of character. Sometimes we just need to have a small encounter, an outlier, to understand a greater potential or to be able to rule out an absolute. So maybe something's going to come where you're not sure, and it's going to be, like I asked the universe for a sign, like, am I on the right path? Am I doing things? You know, I just don't want to be doing something I'm not supposed to. And I didn't lose my way. Like I told you, I was out. I was feeling kind of off. And when I talked to my aunt, she was telling me that the videos were helping her. And I was like, okay. Because I asked the universe what I need to focus on. And I need to focus on my healing. This is my new mission. And I get distracted because there's still that need for money. And I want certain things. And sometimes I just want everything. I can't explain it. Like, I just want my cake and eat it too. And sometimes I can't have it all. And it's like, oh, you know, why? I want this, this, and this. And it doesn't, excuse me, it doesn't always unfold. So I wanted an answer. And when you want an answer, be ready to receive. There are certain things that I need to stop worrying about. And no, you know, I don't really watch the news. I kind of check in to see what's going on. I don't read into drama. When I go to a job that is close to home, it pays my bills. It's not what I want forever, but it's okay right now. And when I look at it as it's not forever, but this is what I need to do. There's someone I need to talk to. Maybe there's some place I need to be. Oh, my sneezes from my husband too. I said, okay, this is where I need to be because something hasn't opened up yet and I still need to work. So I tried to find an optimistic way of looking at it, you know, and I have trouble letting things unfold. See, I share my things. I'm not pointing fingers. I don't like to wait for things to unfold. I want to know. That's why I had credit card debt, because I wanted it now. I didn't want to wait or put it on low way or save, but I'm changing and I'm seeing that, yeah, I don't want that. I want to be debt free. So that's my goal. That's what I'm working on this year. I'm working on my finances. I'm working on finding peace, happiness, and going toward the goal and the career, the thing I do, because your career is, if you're still in a working age, your career is the center of your life. It takes 1/3 of your life. You need to do something that makes you happy or makes you enough money or you can get through. Or if it's not good, that you can progress and go to a different thing. Work is important. A career, whatever you do or is your main focus, it needs to be something you like, something you love, something you have passion about. So we have Seagull Call. This is your Ocean one. Listen to the birds flying overhead, sounding off to call others in. Join your tribe, ask for help if you need it, and find your circle of friends. So this is the other theme. It's time. We've been doing our own thing. And I don't know about you, but I've been a little, I don't know what the word is, not offish, but to myself. Quiet. I haven't wanted to be around a lot of people. I actually didn't even, I was so glad I lived on the mountain. I'm just starting to come out of it where I was like, I think I'd like to see people. I had a downtime. If you've had a downtime, I think it was I've talked to a lot of people that they're ready to come out and see people. They were just dealing with a lot of stuff. They were trying to deal with them, the energies that were coming in. We were having to focus on what we were needing to get rid of. Last year, when we did the moon readings, it was a focus on what we needed to get rid of. Well, you can't focus on that if you're too busy doing stuff. So I think it created this kind of like, ooh, I need you to stay home. You're going to feel like you don't want to see people, because what it needed is some quiet time for you to go within, to evaluate, to see what you need to deal with, to see what you really wanted, to see what was working, to see what wasn't, and to not be distracted. And it was almost like the energy was too much. I didn't even want to watch the TV. The TV was overwhelming. It was just because I'm an empath. So I watch this stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh, it upset me. And it wasn't like I'm avoiding it. It's that the propaganda and the media and the powers that be want to create fear and anxiety and guilt, and they want to stir up anger. That is low vibe. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be rude. It is low vibe. You have to get out of that fear, anger, whatever, because you will stay at the bottom. You will not elevate. You will not grow. You will become angry and stressed and frustrated, and it's going to fester. You need to let go of things that have happened in the past. You need to address things that have caused a problem. You need to release trying to fix things that you can't control, okay? You are aware. Pray. Put your prayers in. I pray for this to release. I pray for this to be good. I pray for this person to, get through their struggle. You can't fix everything for everybody. You have to be there. You have to take care of yourself. You have to be supportive and love of people, but you cannot grab their energy, because you can't do anything with it other than hurt yourself with it. So rant over. Make sure you are being true to yourself. You are finding your tribe. You are trying to be optimistic, happy, and going toward the things that grow you. Being selfish with you to take care of yourself is not selfish like it's mine, I'm not going to share. It's that you need to focus on you. You need to focus on healing, on growing, laying your path. If you're not laying your path, where are you going to end up? If you don't put in the work and you don't deal with your trauma, it's going to be there. It's time to take care of the vessel, the mind, the soul, the whole thing. And it's your job. It's nobody else's. You have to do it. I can't make you happy. I can't make you be what you want to be, because I have no idea what you want to be. You don't know what I want to be. So I have to work on me. I have to choose things that make me happy. I have to choose to fix myself. I have to choose to see the things I'm doing wrong, accept it, and address it. So I hope that this message will help you, and you might need help. Maybe that's why we need a tribe. We need to be who we are, and then allowing those people to come into our life that want to help us, that will help us, that will support us and grow us and not judge us. They will just say, you're going through a hard time. What are we going to do to fix it? Kind of like you get in jail, you get in trouble. There's going to be that one person you're going to call, and they're going to be like, I don't care. I'll be right there. I'm coming to get you, because they love you. They understand. As the saying goes, shit happens, okay? We make mistakes. Don't kill yourself. Don't live in guilt. Don't leave. It's done. If you change and you realize you've done something wrong and you don't do it anymore, or you try not to do it, you're okay. Okay? You don't have to feel guilty for the rest of your life. Okay, you get pregnant and you have a baby. All right, now you got this beautiful little baby. You can't change the fact that you got pregnant. If you had a drug addiction and you realized you had a drug addiction, but you went and got help and you're clean. Okay, you were a drug addict, but you did something different. You married somebody that cheated on you, or you had a problem in your marriage and now you're divorced. Okay, you're divorced. It didn't work out. What did I learn? What did I do wrong? What do I have to change? Do I want to be married? Maybe you don't want to be married. It's knowing that what you did wrong or what's not working in your life, you turn from it, kind of like they talk about in the Bible. I don't like to use Bible references, but it says turn for what you're doing and do something that's good. It's the same idea in your life. You can't change if you did something wrong, but you can change your future. So focus on the good stuff. Focus on what you want. Focus on where you're going. Guys, I send you love and healing. And if you need anything, please reach out. I do personal readings, and I want you all to do better and be happy. That's my mission. Guys, have a great day.